Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people? Shut Door Shutter coming back to you with a brand new episode of the Direwolf20 1.21 mod pack. And today, we are getting into the Plant Gatherer and the Plant Sower to make a tree farm. I'm hoping all the audio issues from last episode don't carry over to this one, but I guess we shall see. So, let's get this started. So we're going to get our Plant Sower placed down here. We're going to do one block under the dirt because that is actually how this machine works. You can see here is the current working radius. So if we put a range add-on, which I did craft, of course, I showed you guys this last episode, but I'll show you again. You need 1 bucket of latex, 2 redstone, 2 glass panes, 4 gold ingots, and of course, some power. So with this, we are going to show radius again. So this is the area where our tree farm is going to work. And it looks like we may want to push this over a few blocks. Let's actually do that real quick. I haven't like pre-planned an area for this, so we're gonna kind of just work until we get it going. Is this a better area? Yeah, I think so. I just wanted to get it away from that occultism area. Okay, so this should be golden. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to grab a shovel. And we're actually going to keep the radius on so I know where to put this. So the plant gatherer is going to go right here on the edge of this. And of course, we're going to put the range add-on. And these should overlap. So you should not see any actual area from the other one. So we'll just disable that. Perfect. Enable that. There is overlap. So that is exactly what we want to see. And that's how that should work. Okay. So we are going to knock out just a few more blocks here because we're going to do a self-sustaining power system with this. I do want to also make charcoal, which I actually did forget. I do want to grab one more iron furnace here. Furnace. I want to snag probably a gold furnace at least. And that plus a fuel efficiency and a factory augment. No, actually, yeah, we can do factory. Factory should be fine. Come on. Just running out of everything here, aren't I? Okay. So let's get this started here. So I'm going to clear out a little bit of space back here so we can put this down. So the items, for the most part, are going to go into the storage controller, which we're going to just put here, and then output push to the top. So our drawers are going to go here, here, and here. We should not have that many excess items this go around with this mod pack. We should have sticks, saplings, oak logs, and apples. So we do need at least one more drawer. We're just going to set this off to the side here. And that should be golden. So let's just kind of pre-populate these. So sticks, saplings, and of course I will adjust if we need to. Let's actually put saplings here. Actually, well, what is the range of these things? Of the actual drawer here? So that's a pretty decent range. Because I'm thinking if we were just to put our saplings here instead, and that would allow for us to then pipe out into the sower, but we also need to make sure we're not covering the way to power this. So let's give it a second. Let's just take a second and we'll get this going. Okay. So oak logs and then apples. Okay. And then let's just get the configuration tool to lock all of these drawers. And then now we can move on to the next portion of this. So let's actually make this just a little bit bigger here. Okay. So we're going to want to basically grab a golden furnace that we grabbed a second ago. And we're going to want to do fuel efficiency and, well, actually, do I want to do the factory augment? I'm not 100% sure if I want to do the factory augment. So let's see. Yeah, we'll do factory. I can jumpstart this thing. That's not a problem. Okay, so input and then output the bottom, which will be charcoal. So we need another drawer. And output bottom, auto output. And then we're going to put diamond furnace here with the generator upgrade. Shift click the middle, input left, and then the output will be power. So maybe we want to put this here instead. Because then that should just be a pipe here, and then a pipe that direction, and that should work. And yeah, that pipe should cover this. Okay, perfect. So charcoal. And then we are just going to snag these things again, lock this, tag that, and we should be good to go once we get this properly set. So input, auto input, and then... Oh, are you not going to auto input? Why are you not going to auto input? Oh, it's fuel input. Okay, that's why. All right, that's okay, I guess. Can we grab a fuel efficiency for this as well? I don't know if we can, but we're gonna give it a swing. Perfect. It looks like we can. Okay, so this is generating power. So we're gonna grab pipes, or we can do laser nodes. It doesn't really matter here, I guess. It's probably not a bad idea to just do laser nodes. Make everything a little bit easier. Okay. Energy card input, and then down, extract, up, input, and then west input as well. No, it's just like a few blocks shy. Good thing I've got a laser connector, because that will allow for us to get going there. Okay, so we've got power, and this thing has actually got excess power, which is fantastic. So this is running, this is powered. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and this, of course, has fuel efficiency, which will allow for the energy to go just a little bit further, which is awesome as well. Okay, so dirt. Just kind of get this area filled in a little bit. Okay, and the other thing is we need to get saplings to this point as well. So let's actually just do this a little sneakily. And let's just put an item card on extract. We don't need anything round robin wise. Don't really care about if it's going to be too fast either. And we should then be able to put an item card in here for insert. And that should just be saplings. And we're just going to lock this down to the region of all of them. We really don't need to specify regions on this, but it's going to be all saplings. That's why we don't need to specify regions, but that's okay. Let's just grab a little bit more dirt. Just kind of fill in the cracks here. And maybe we want to... I don't know, let's try something real quick. I know this is going to kind of break some stuff for a second. We have that entangled block that we made a little while ago. Let's see if we can use that here so we can actually see the charcoal and pull out of it if we need to. So entangled block, binder, there we go. And let's just see if that functions. So if I just snag 31 of this, and I throw this back in here, is that going to auto pull? Yes. Just takes it a second. Okay. So that way we should now be able to cover all of this up. And that is a tree farm. Quite actually a pretty tree farm too, because it's not really a whole lot of exposed stuff. And realistically, we probably could have moved the controller somewhere else, but the fact that I'm not having to use pipes or anything does add to this a little bit. Okay. So let's just grab some bone meal here so we can watch this just operate real fast. So we're just going to bone meal a tree, bone meal a tree, bone meal another tree over here. Why not? And another one over here. So over time, the gatherer is going to find trees, break them down, and then proceed to push all of its items, which it should be doing. It doesn't look like it's actually pushing its items. Why are you not pushing items? You should be able to push items. Oh, you're going to be a pain, aren't you? It's not going to push to the controller. Okay. Well, all we need to do, in this case, is move it over one. Not do what I just did. I need both of these. Link all of this stuff back together. Okay. And then grab a pipe or laser node or whatever we want to do here. We're just going to do simple pipe here. And we're going to grab a tier upgrade, just in case. And that should be fixed. Okay, we've used one pipe in the entirety of the system. Everything else is laser IO. So that's awesome. Okay, but that is a completed tree farm. Over time, of course, we will get more and more saplings. We probably will want to get void upgrades and stuff on some of these drawers. Let's actually do that real quick. So, void... Am I just not seeing it? It's right there. So probably a void upgrade here, a void upgrade here. Actually, no, not a void upgrade there. That's the wrong drawer. Let's clear my offhand because you need to do that to access these drawers. So sticks and saplings and then functional storage. We're probably just going to want to grab a handful of these bad boys so we can get as much of this stuff as possible. So I'll just do 2 on those, and the rest will just void. Perfect. Okay. I would say that's absolutely completed. This will operate to the end of time, basically. We shouldn't ever really need to replace it, unless we get another mod that adds, like, a different option. Steve's Carts is an option if you wanted to go that route. Personally, I'm not doing that because I personally don't enjoy Steve's Carts, and I think this is just going to be more effective and efficient overall anyway. And yeah, I've done FTB Neotech where we've messed with Steve's Carts, and I don't think it's changed in any capacity since the time we've messed with it in that mod pack. So, not going to beat a dead horse with that at all. But yeah, so this is cruising, this is going, and hopefully, at the end of this, we will have tons and tons of logs, tons and tons of stuff. Sludge also builds up in this. I don't think sludge has an effect still in this mod. But overall, if you need to, using sludge for the sludge refiner will get you a few odds and ends of different blocks and stuff. Nothing too extreme. Yeah, you can see it's like sand, gravel, clay, dirt, soul sand. Nothing too extreme, but it's an option if you wanted to get something just a little bit more out of this farm. Definitely an option. So, okay, we're doing something a bit goofy here, but I've got avocado leaves in these cardboard boxes. And if we put logs in the center, these should not degrade. So, yes, these are all like actual producible avocado leaves. And I'm hoping what we can do is get this to actually grow. I don't actually know how these work. That's kind of what I'm experimenting with right now. Because if they grow properly and like actually allow for me to harvest them and then repopulate every so often, then we should be able to basically have a small little avocado farm that we can then use to get one of the base ingredients for the sushi that we're going to be making to get the culinary RF generator thingy from Industrial 4 going. With that being said, I do have quite a bit of work to do to actually get towards that portion because we do need a handful of things, which is nori sheets, avocado, and I believe Let's see. So nori sheets, cooked rice, tuna, avocado, and cucumber. So this is one of the very few pieces that we need. So that's kind of why we're doing this. And yes, we could just grow avocado trees, but the thing is, I want to have like 100% yield from each leaf. And that's kind of what this is. But there's no guarantee that this will actually grow. So we're going to see in a few seconds, whenever I get the rest of these placed. Here we go. Okay. So that is in total, what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 full avocado leaves. So we're going to grab a clicker from Just Dire Things, because this should do what I need it to do. I hope, at least. And then we're going to grab the advanced tier. Ooh, we didn't have enough Celesta gems. Diamonds. Do we have enough diamonds to do this? Potentially. We'll just grab 2 diamond blocks. Let me go get these turned into Celesta gems real quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, so advanced clicker has been obtained. Let's get this placed down, and what we're going to do is we're going to render the area, and we're going to try... yeah, I think we've got a good center right there, so let's just push this to... Nope, that's the y-axis. That's the other way. Okay, so we're messing with X. So that should be... Nope. One more. Okay, perfect. And then increase the x-axis to there. And I guess technically we can go y1. And then z... That's perfect. Okay, so 5, 1, and then... That looks like it's good. Okay, let's just keep that to that. Okay, so we're gonna right-click. We need energy though. Ooh, I did not know we needed energy for this. I kind of forget. And that should provide some power. That's enough power. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is unrender the area. And we're just going to let this go. That's not what I want. I want like 10. Every 10 ticks. So is this going to allow for... So it's not harvesting everything. But it should. Let's go back to 20. It just takes a while. Okay. That's fine. So now we just need to see if this will actually continue to grow, because if it won't, this is not going to work. I'm hoping this will work, because this would be more effective and more efficient than anything else. I know that we could look at ours to get the Ritual of Overgrowth, I think is what it's called. Growth. Yes, Ritual of Overgrowth. This wouldn't be a bad idea, because it allows for bone mealing of blocks in the area around it, which these do get affected by bone meal. And yes, they are actually regrowing. So this would work. Okay, hold on. We do need to get a way to get source from over here, though, which we do have. Let's bookmark that. We already did. Okay. So relay, we do have the warper. That just needs popped porous fruit. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. And an ender pearl of 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, of course, a source relay in the center. Because if we can do this, this should allow for us to just have a much more effective avocado farm. And then, of course, over time, if we wanted to increase this, all we'd need to do is just grow more avocados, box the leaves up, and then just put them on a stump like that. And that would work. Fast leaf decay prevents you from just having them floating, by the way, from what I can see. As I'm assuming it's fast leaf decay. Because it's not having a log, so therefore it can decay, which is an issue. So I've been experimenting a little bit with it. I just noticed that if you put oak logs there, it wouldn't affect anything, which is fantastic. Just get these trimmed down, because this will not cut all of these, I don't think, because they're kind of out of range. Perfect. We are actually doing pretty well over here, too. This thing's full on logs, even. It's definitely not the fastest, but it's fuel efficient. That's the key. Fuel efficiency. Okay. We also quickly grab a drawer. With a hopper or pusher. In this case, it would be a pusher upgrade. Or no, puller upgrade. Puller. I need to pull from an inventory. There we go. So on the down direction. Cool. Okay, so this should be done. Kind of what we're waiting on. And I don't know how this one works, but we're going to try. And we're going to put this in the dead center. And I think what we actually need to do... How are we going to do this? Am I able to just grab an avocado tree? I have the saplings on me. Because I want to make sure we're only right-clicking the leaves. And then we just grab some sort of silk touch. I have a silk touch hoe real fast. Or we could grab shears, either or. And we just say, you are looking for this, allow, ignore NBT. You're just right-clicking avocado leaves. It's the only thing this thing should click. Because I don't want this to be broken, the ritual brazier, if this thing right-clicks it or something. So we are going to grab our Dominion Wand, and we're going to grab a source. Let's actually move this down one. Because I like to have the source jar above it. So source jar above it, and then from here to here, so it's going to send, and then it's going to take from this one, I hope. I hope this is how this works. Okay, do we need to do this in reverse? So take from here and then send to here. Too far away. Okay, how does the warper work then? Let's look it up real fast. Warper operates similar to the source relay splitter, but can teleport source an endless distance between other warp relays. For distance okay, so I need another relay. So I need to just grab another one. I thought I would just need one, but that's fine. Let me grab another. Alright, we got a second one here. So we should be able to do is put this down here, and we're going to send to it. Okay, so maybe we need to right-click again. Okay, that is working. Beautiful. Okay, next thing, we need to get Earth Essence, which I think I have everything over here. I just need Source Gems. I think this is the right one. Yes. I've just gotten a lot of the conjuration stuff off camera. I did that a while ago because I was messing around with some things. And, yeah, so I just kind of have a whole bunch of stuff sitting in here that we could just pull to get other essences. Okay. So, that should be awesome. Oh, what is this one? A tablet used for rituals. Consumed on place. Grown oak and birch trees and applies bone meal in a 7x7 circular area. Augmenting this with source gem will increase radius by 1 for each gem. Interesting. Didn't actually know about that one. There's so much you can do with R's that I just kind of never looked into, honestly. And I kind of wish I did sometimes, but other times I know it can do a lot. And it's just kind of overwhelming because I'm not used to R's at all. All other mods I'm so familiar with, and I kind of just use those exclusively. So that's my problem. Anyway, Tablet of Overgrowth. We also do need Mage Bloom. I did forget about Mage Bloom. And I don't know the area of this either. But yeah, let's look at Mage Bloom seeds. So Mage Bloom seeds. And this is actually for like the armor and stuff for ours, isn't it? Like the different little trinkets and stuff you can find too. Okay. Source gems and seeds. So seeds. Okay. And to the enchanting apparatus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wheat seeds. How are we doing over here? There's so many containers over here. Goodness gracious. Oh, pretty well. We've actually started getting some gold from the zombie piglin that I put over here. Zombified piglin. My apologies. Gotta be correct nowadays, right? Okay, well, we're gonna replace cotton with that real fast. And I actually don't know if this is going to get bone mealified by this, but we'll see. Okay. So, Mage Bloom. Now we should be able to grab the Tablet of Overgrowth. Ooh, I don't have a flourishing... Okay, so that is a bright green archwood tree that I do not actually have harvested. The only one I think I've ever harvested is the Vexing. So we've got to fly around the area and see if we can find the tree. And of course, it's green, so it's not going to be very visible. Okay, let me go take a nap here. So this is the Cascadia. Our archwood here. So there's tons of different types. But let me just find the one we need here real quick, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, we found the flourishing archwood here. And we actually found two of them right next to each other, but this is exactly what we need. I've also just been gathering other archwood trees just in case we need them. So that way we have the saplings and anything that comes from them, which is fantastic. Let's just get some of these other trees chopped down locally here, so we can get all the saplings we could potentially need in the future here. And of course, also our occultism system is full on types, so I'm kind of holding some stuff in my inventory right now, but that's okay. I will get some of it cleared out. It's probably scrolls and stuff like that, so I just need to get those taken care of. But yeah, we've got the tree that we need, and we are going to go back home here in a second, and we are going to get the flourishing archwood for the overgrowth, of course. Actually, I guess we could just craft this real quick, and that'll be fantastic. So now that we've got that, we're going to go back home, and we are going to quickly clean up the occultism system, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we've got the ritual. We're just going to right-click to activate, and that should hopefully bone meal in a decent enough area. Oh, it's going to bone meal everything. That's fine. I don't really care. As long as it doesn't take out the actual leaves, I'm fine with that. But I'm hoping that this is going to just increase this by a little bit. Okay, so let's just grab a functional storage upgrade as well, just so that way we have plenty of storage in this thing. We'll just grab 2 coppers, and that should be 131,000. Fantastic. And that is avocados figured out. Well, the first portion of the avocados, because we actually do need to make these into avocado slices, which requires a cutting board. The cutting board isn't that bad of a thing to grab, and I think this can just be hoppered into. We're just going to test around here with this for a second. Where did the... Did that not work? How do you actually cut something with a cutting board? There's no... It doesn't tell you on here. It just shows fish equals fish. Yeah. Sushi go crafting. there is probably a cleaver knife. And let's actually check something. F3 and G, or F3 and H, my bad, F3 and H. And is there tools knife? So I'd assume we could probably look at getting a different kind of knife from, for example, the netherite knife, and this probably would work. Tools knife. I think this would work. But we're just going to right-click with this. Okay, so you just kind of have to right-click several times. And then there's a whole bunch. Man, I don't like the food stats. I think that degrades over time, doesn't it? Because I don't know if we're going to be able to stack something like this. I guess it's invisible. Whenever it's hoppered in, it turns invisible. Because I was just able to do that. But yeah, the fact that I'm not able to... Well, it looks like this knife's actually unbreaking. Alright, zombies, can you please leave me alone? I'm kind of trying to do something here. Trying to do science. So there's no way for me to pick this up. Oh, we'd have to do some kind of pickup upgrade. And some kind of clicker or something. But I don't think a clicker in this case would work, right? Because you're using a tool. So do we have like an activator? Let me look real quick. Okay, visually, yes, the Sushi Go Crafting mod is definitely lacking whenever it's a fake player. That is for sure. But I want to try a couple things here. So I've got a pusher module. Just going to craft that up real quick. And we're going to push to the right of this block, which is the relative direction. And that should feed in the actual avocado. And we've got an activator module for modular routers with a whitelist of cleaver knife, front, right-click, and then nothing else special. So what I want to do now is I probably want to get an item collector of some kind. That'll work. And a barrel. We're just going to place this here, the item collector here, and we're going to also want a demagnetization coil real quick, so I stop picking this stuff up because it's going to irritate me. Let's actually just grab a bigger one. The better tier one. Okay, so that will be 3x3. Let's just crank that to 4x4. And then this, we're going to just set this to 3x3 by 3x3 and 3x3. And we're going to just say whitelist this, and that should pick this up. So the next portion of this would be turning this thing off whenever this is actually full. So we're going to go to integrated dynamics to actually accomplish this with the inventory reader, which is right here, and a logic cable. Let's just look up integrated dynamics real quick. So logic cable and probably a redstone writer. So redstone writer and logic cable, inventory reader, link those together. So if inventory is full, we just want to send a redstone signal. That's kind of where we're going to go with this. And we could grab a variable store, because we're going to need another one of these anyway. We're going to need to quickly break down one of these blocks. Variable store, and we could actually take out this logic cable, put this here. So inventory full, just send a redstone signal. If it's true, send a redstone signal. So this will be on low, and here we're also going to say strong signal. So that way, if this is full, which it's about to be, we are then going to cease this from operation. Which is exactly what just happened, because this is true. So that is an automated avocado farm. A very clunky looking one, but that's okay. It doesn't look right, but it is more effective and more efficient than just placing down avocado saplings and growing them. So that is a-okay with me. So this is functional. We have 250 avocados, and we could totally grab a sophisticated storage upgrade to upgrade this from iron to, or from basic to iron, and probably from there to, actually, can I do, I thought there was like a basic to gold. Yes. And then we'll just stop there. Okay. So that should then activate that again. And apparently we didn't actually need a variable store, by the way. So we could actually take that out and just use that later down the line. Because the only variable is already in here. So, fantastic. So we'll let this go. And there may be, yeah, the stack upgrade. They may overlap sometimes. So we may have the ability to get a few extras in here. But that's okay. But yeah, with that, we're going to wrap this one up here. This is part one, basically, of our power system. The next portion, we're probably going to need to build some sort of kelp farm. I don't really know how we're going to accomplish this, because kelp is, of course, a little bit of a pain to harvest. We could probably use pistons and maybe some flying machines. I'm not even sure. I genuinely have to look into it a little bit more. I know that we could actually grab a Just Dire Things block breaker. Because I think with this, yeah, let's actually just quickly look before we wrap this up. Because this is something we're going to have to figure out in the next episode. And of course, with this knowledge, we'll then be able to just either fly through it or figure out another solution. So, simple block breaker, advanced block breaker, because we need a radius. We can't just do a straight one in front of it, because that would kind of get really annoying. Okay, so advanced block breaker, because we need a radius rather than non, and we can probably just throw a stick in here. And, man, I don't have the fuel generator, the coal generator thing from Just Dire Things. So we'll just use this for a second. So if I were to put render area, and I were to grab, let's just say, do I have shears real quick? I think I have shears in here, don't I? So, like, for example, just this. Okay, so my idea would be to then just implement this on the, like, first row of kelp. Like, the first growable row. And that way, anytime it grows, it'll just break, right? Every so often. And maybe we grab, like, a timer or something, or a clock. Do we have anything like that? Redstone timer filter. Do we have a clock? We do have a redstone clock from Utilitarian. So, like, every so often, we just put this here, and is this increasing the speed? Or is there a way to change the speed? Okay. But we'll look at this in the next episode. I think this is a good start. And, yeah. Avocado's tree is done. So, with that being said, we have a solution. We'll just need to get an area set up for it, which I think I'm going to tear down all of the occultism rituals for now, and we'll rebuild them down the line. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an interesting one. The avocado tree farm is definitely a first. I've never automated anything with Sushi Go Crafting, and I'm excited to do a little bit more, because Nori Sheets is the next thing. Of course, that is going to require the kelp, which then we're going to have to dry, and then dried kelp becomes nori sheets with a little bit of pizzazz. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye bye.